This is my voice message to Captain Hayden, wheelchair prophet, tired, standing a little bit, walking a little bit, trying to find my microphone, my mouthpiece. All I need is one mic. That's it. I want you to listen to a citizen who understands his absolute gift from God. The Bible declared on one occasion when Peter was confronted with his government to comply to them or to stand for God. And Peter said, "Be it known unto thee that it's better to obey God than man." This is what Gandhi did. This is what Dr. King did, Patrick Henry, and those small colonists. And this is Americana Apple Pie 101. Boston Tea Party, I'm a member. Holla from the west side, got the same rights. Let's listen to this to Captain Hayden.
Social Security number 488-72-8635. I'm completely identified with everything I am in this country, local, state, and federal. Social Security number should gather the majority of everything I am in this life. I'm not here as a criminal or a threat. Now, because I speak truth to power, and because I dare to stand on what I know to be an American citizen's right to equal treatment and due process of law by those who have been entrusted with a public oath servant trust. Here in Missouri, it's Article 7, Section 11, as you are aware. And all of the public service oaths, wherever they are, has one ingredient, but it lacks the recipe of being expressed by those who should be exhibiting this. And that is to demean your arrogancy, demean your intellect, demean your religion, demean your personal opinions and your own ideas to the Constitution. And not become enrolled with what is known as usurpation of authority. Now, I'm calling you today because on my daily trek in my wheelchair, I see that I'm being followed. Now, I don't know who's following you. I don't know if you know about it. I don't know who it is. The district told me they were working with the FBI. I called the FBI, and they say they're not working with the third district in regards to me and anything. Now, that could be an investigatory position that you are allowed by law to lie in the efforts to gather information for justice. But listen, you will gather no information with any lie against Mr. Wood. You can follow me till your tongues get tired, till your feet get swollen, your shoes wear out. You will find a man of God, a father, a man who's buried 2 children, a man who has 2 murder victims in his family, my brother and my son. And my brother's murder is still open. Talk to Detective Leopold. Yes, sir. Now, with that being said, my daughter died in her sleep. Mama's gone. My other brother, Quentin, is gone. I have one little sister left. St. Louis, no police officer, none of you all, Captain Hayden, will take from me what God has given me. Now, with that being said, if you all would have to crucify me, so be it. But there's not an evil, hurtful bone in my body. You will not get another Carlos Bowles over here. Sorry, third district. You ain't going to get this one. Now look, I ain't lost my mind, but you know what? You gotta laugh. It's so horrible. And I leave this message with you, the FBI, the CIA, and anybody you all suggest that may be looking at a man in a wheelchair for what reason I have not known. But listen, I would say to you, Captain Hayden, I'm kind of losing my thought. I've been speaking so much today. But I wanted to say to you, sir, that I am a citizen. I don't have any sense of suicide by police officers. I have no sense of suicide by anything. I do have what I've had all of my life as a man of God and a human being, and that is to know what Dr. King and those said in the early 60s, I am somebody. I may be black, but I am somebody. I may be poor, but I am somebody. And then my third grade teacher, I'll never forget her, Captain Hayes, Miss Campbell at St. Stephen's Lutheran School, told me that I was young, gifted, and black. And they topped it off and said, God don't make no jump. Nah, y'all can chase me around like y'all better than a citizen because you've been entrusted with power and authority of which is being abused and misused. Captain Hayden, I don't know what's going on. Are y'all investigating each other, saying you're working with each other, and then you're all over the citizens? What is going on? This city is so disconnected, man. Mr. Wood, I'm out, Captain Hayden.
Press 2 to add to your message and continue recording. Press 3 to re-record your message. Press 6 for special delivery options. Press 7 to review your message. Press 9 to send your message now. Press 6 to mark this message urgent. Press 7 to mark this message for message marked urgent. Press 2 to add to your message. Thank you. Your message has been sent. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Well, y'all, that was the wheelchair prophet. You know, the police been following me and things. I go to McDonald's pretty much every day, see the young girls down there talk, laugh, love people. Well, you know, they don't know. You can't deceive the man of God. Let me tell you something. I put it on everything. Again, may my heart be ripped out of my chest and my tongue be torn clean out of my windpipe and my tonsils ripped clean out of my chest. If God didn't reveal, and not only that, but allowed me to see actually that I was being followed today. Now, first of all, I told you, God, let me see. But let me tell you something else. I'm a West Side nigga. I can see death around the corner, and I peep game. You hear me? Game, recognize game. It's a kindergartner discovering and pulling the clothes off of the postgraduate. Hello, look, Mom, the emperor has on no clothes. Hey, look. They down at Mickey D's. Some cat been sitting up in there a couple of days. I've been peeping this cat over in the corner, faking like he on his laptop. So today he finally, you know, I seen him over in the corner with them old extra white around them old beady eyes. You know how the top of the white part of the eye be bubbled out when a nigga up to no good? Wheelchair probably got a little cold. Got my legs propped up too, y'all, cause both of them swole. I've been going hard in the paint in the wheelchair. Tell me something. How you get swollen feet when you ride? When you ride hard like the wheelchair prophet non-stop? Or go get a hard in the paint, walk a flock of broad daylight with this truth? You hear me? They got me twisted. I'm rolling for Jesus. Now, old boy in the corner, right? I see these old beady eyes. We just gonna have a little hood talk. Y'all need to get talked to because a lot of y'all sleeping. And you know what? You 80 babies don't listen to nothing. And Lord knows the 90 babies, good God Almighty, 90 babies is 80 babies gone wild by 10. Now, I'm up in there. You know, Pete came from the OG, y'all, and get a little wisdom. Yes, Lord. I'm up in there. I've been going in there a couple of days. I saw this guy. His nonverbal expression had keyed in on me. His optic vision had shot down like a laser beam on the OG from the west side in the wheelchair riding. So, you know, I've been rolling too. Don't hate the way way I roll. All you haters just hate some more. And that is a hater cocked up in the corner like a 70s cock blocker, peeping over his laptop at the wheelchair prophet in an information age, stunting like he over there laptopping. Now finally today, after I said, fuck the police, I go down to Jack in the Box, McDonald's today there on Jefferson at 44 here in St. Louis City, between Allen and the highway. That McDonald's. Now he is up in there, right? Then I see it was so many single men up in there today. I ain't never seen niggas sitting up in there that single, sitting at tables by themselves. Young, black, athletic men. Them boys were so lean and limber they had up in there. They wanted to wrap the wheelchair prophet up if they thought the wheelchair prophet was going to do like Sebo. No. God rest Sebo's soul. You hear me? That's Carlos Bowles. I called him Sebo, baby. God rest his soul, and God give him his reward. But guess what? Sebo ain't by himself. You hear me? God will give all of us our reward one day. We shall all give an account for the deeds that are done in our body. Now, I go in today. Oh boy, over in the corner, you hear me? He over in the corner playing like he on the laptop, peeping over the laptop, just like a old Steve Urkel hater. He engages me. I come in, I'm always engaging because I love life and I love God and I'm living it. I had a bucket list, kicked it over. I didn't embrace the sunset. I know that this mortal must put on immortality. And I also know that no flesh shall inherit the kingdom of God. So whether you want to leave it or not, you got to leave because it ain't going on the other side. Hello, they tried to give all the Pharaoh stuff to take with them. Guess what? The Pharaoh gone and the stuff left behind. You don't hear me? And they done ripped and raped Egypt for the Pharaoh's riches since they found those tombs over there in the King's Valley. You don't hear me? Y'all need to do some reading around here. Now I asked all three of those people who were there. One had a master's degree in political science. He was an 80 babies police officer. He don't even know who Imhotep is. You hear me? Them cats didn't even know who Euclid was. I'm a kindergartner, a wiener, a preschooler. You don't hear me? An ABC and a 1, 2, 3. A you move, I move, just like that. The cause and the force of the inertia of the cause and the effect of life in the quantum theories. And all I know is that I learned at the end of a rattan and some good teachers back in the day. Now, this guy engaged me and he engaged me intellectually for a conversation. Then he tried to dominate, and then he tried to assess me on the spot. He says he was a GD out of Chicago, and he also was some kind of sorority hand-slapping, ass-clapping, stomping black Greek. How the hell you gonna have a black Greek? Those two things are not synonymous in the essence of understanding the rainbow that God made cultures. How the hell you gonna have a black Greek? You tell me that. You can be black and Greek, but you can't be no black Greek. Ain't no black Greeks. So that's what you owe. And then you gonna try to get up there and bring the hood up high. I asked that 80 babies cop, I say, man, what was your hood? He wouldn't tell me. I said, what color was your hood? You wouldn't tell me. I said, come on, dog. You an 80s baby. You was born in Chi-Chi Get the Yayo. You was born in colors. You came up when they was clapping it on the north side when B.O.D. and the Horseshoe was making charter on demand. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, some of you broke niggas need to get cable. You don't hear me though, and go on over and see how the shoe doing that blue, but they give you that red. You don't hear me? They give you that red. Hello, Thug Nation. Love for all y'all. I ain't on nobody's side. Call me the Red Cross. Call me the Bloody Cross. Call me the Cross of Jesus. I cross over lines to save souls. Yes, I do. Something that our city just has given up on, our children. There's nothing. Everything now is a photo op. I've never seen so many smiling niggas. I've never seen so much propaganda in all of my life. This bullshit is worse than Joseph Goebbels and Hitler. Did you know that the propaganda during the Hitler period turned into the CFR in the United States now? This propaganda, these pictures. Hey, don't believe it.